Hello, this is Becky. This is actually my first solo video on this channel, so this is really exciting for me. This was a request from a very loyal viewer of ours called Lucas, and they wanted to know if I would be reacting to the UK's Eurovision entry this year. And of course the answer is yes. Of course I will. This is actually going to be my first reaction at any of our first reactions to the 39 Eurovision entries, but I figured that the UK would be a good place to start. So the UK hasn't had the best success in Eurovision over the past 25 years. Ever since we won it, we haven't really had the greatest success, but we are a country that loves Eurovision and has its own Eurovision traditions. And it's now just, if anything, it's become a bit of a meme that we don't do very well. In fact, I think the best that we've done in recent years was basically when we sang Blue. And that was because there's a load of millennials who remember Blue from their heyday, of which I am one, but I was living in the UK at the time, so I couldn't vote. The selection process changes every year. So some years it's been like a public vote. Songs have been submitted, XYZ. Artists are then picked to sing the songs, and then that's kind of how it's done the traditional way, but just a one night thing, not a big competition like Melodifestivalen. However, in recent years, especially as the UK's performance has got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, they've tried reaching out to industry professionals. So they picked James Newman last year. Now, James Newman is the brother of famous singer John Newman, who's had a few hits in the UK as a solo artist and a featured singer. He's a songwriter in his own right. And to be honest, I mean, we've said it a few times about Melodifestivalen. Songwriters turned performers actually can have a really good performance in Eurovision or just as an artist in general. The issue was that last year was a bit of a crazy year for Eurovision, with so many acts getting no points from the public votes, which is practically unheard of. I think it was 5 acts in total got 0 points, of which he was one, but he also got no points from the jury, which I do think was a bit unfair, but hey, I'm not here to comment on that. So this year the UK really thought, what are we going to do? We can't finish last again. If we finish last again, we're going to have to really consider, are we going to continue doing Eurovision? It's a big draw. People enjoy it. It's a big night for pubs. It's a big night for party venues. People have huge Eurovision parties. As much as people probably wouldn't admit it in the UK, we love Eurovision. So this year they used a big music publisher called TAP Publishing, Tap Music. And they went out and about to try and find the dream entrant. There were a lot of rumours, and the most persistent rumor that I saw was about this guy called Sam Ryder. I have a TikTok. I do not use said TikTok. So I did not know who Sam Ryder was. However, I think a lot of people younger than me or older than me who use TikTok will have come across him. He has very long hair, very long red hair, and an exceptional falsetto voice. The rumors persisted for weeks that they were going to pick him, and he actually released a song called Spaceman on the 22nd of February. And everyone was like, okay, cool, it's going to Eurovision. But then time passed and, well, nothing. He released a new song, but nothing happened. And then suddenly on Scott Mill's Radio 1 show, it was announced that this song that everyone had been listening to and enjoying was going to Eurovision for the UK. Some people were surprised. Most people weren't, because it had been rumoured for quite a while. So this year they've tried to be a lot more tactical with their selection. And I've heard a little bit of the song. I'll be honest, I've heard like a very small snippet. I'm going to react to it for the first time now, the whole thing. You're going to get my full reaction, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Sam Ryder, the song, and how well I think it's going to do, and how well the odds think it's going to do as well. We're going to hit play. We're going to record. We're going to react and see what we think of the song. I love the music videos that start with these fake TV shows. He's from Essex, right? I think. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? And it just goes straight into it. Ah. I would be the center of my lonely universe. I'm only human, I'm crashing down to earth. Oh. 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 What? Oh. That's air. In my float. What? Perspective? Oh. He's literally up in Spaceman. Over Piccadilly Circus. That's London shots. So I've heard this chorus, and that's about it. That's the only thing I'd heard. But I really like the falsetto. What I really like about this song is the vintage sounding drums, the clean keys. I like that it's not just like a 4-chord song. Ooh! Ooh, that gravel! Ooh! See, I already know the hook. That's so clever to put a hook in like that. It's got like Elton John, David Bowie vibes to it, but I think that's because I'm thinking around Control to Major Tom, Rocket Man kind of thing. But I can't like deny their influence. I think the influence is there. Oh, bridge. Oh, and the harmony goes, the gravity keeps pulling me down, and then the harmonies are going down. And it's much lower than the rest of the song, saying that he's going back to Earth, he's going to stick around. Oh, we're going back up. Oh, God, is that my... I thought that man was naked. Oh. I like that breakdown, and then it kicks in. Oh, God, he's lost control of his chest. What were those ad-libs? The thing is, I trust that he can hit this live. This is really chill. Like, this is, I don't know. Chill's the wrong word for it. I like that the harmonies don't do what you think that they're going to do. He's really playing on this riff, but I think it's a good shout. The kind of the gospel ad-libs at the end. He does have kind of like a very vibrato, though, which is a bit of a pet peeve of mine. But, you know, kind of everything. Oh, they freeze-framed. Okay. There we go. And that's it. That is it. So, what do we think? So it starts off with, all the verses start off with, if I was an astronaut. So you've got, I'd be floating in midair. And it ends with, but I'm only human. And then I'm crashing down to Earth. If I was an astronaut, I'd have a bird's eye view, but I'm only human, I'm drifting in the dark. If I was an astronaut, I'd speak to satellites because I'm only human with the real world on my mind. So it's about kind of, if you're an astronaut and being alone and kind of being up in space and exploring things. It feels like it's about, you want to be by yourself, you want to be your own person, discover kind of who you are, but ultimately you would be really lonely, and you'd miss the people you left behind, the things you left behind, the loves and relationships you left behind, and things like that. You know, it starts off good and amazing, and you get this amazing view and all these things, but ultimately it just ends up feeling really empty because you're by yourself and you want to be back with your loved ones, your friends, your family, that kind of thing. That's the vibe I get from it, and that's nice, especially coming out of the pandemic times when a lot of people have been alone. And I spent 6 years living by myself. By the end of year 2, it was probably a bit too much. So I really like that. The song is written by Amy Victoria Wadge, Max Wolfgang, and Sam Robinson. So Sam Robert Robinson is his real name. When I saw it was Sam Ryder representing the UK, I did a little bit of research and I went on his Instagram, as, you know, millennials are wont to do. And I had a dig, I had a look, and he can sing. He's got pipes, okay? He's got pipes for days. I don't know if that's something that I'm just noticing a little bit about the song so far this year, is that all the favourites and all the ones that are performing well, you know that the vocalists are just going to deliver. There's not going to be this, oh my God, are they going to hit this big note? So what is interesting for me is seeing where people sit in the odds. And that's something that I will definitely be looking at. When I look at the odds, I like looking at Eurovision World because I think they're a really good aggregator. I enjoy a lot of their news. So what you'll see here is the favourite, as it has been for the last few weeks, is Ukraine. Italy was the favourite for a long time, now in second place. Sweden, third place. I can vibe with that. But then fourth place is the UK, which I think is amazing. Now, the reasons for that, I think, are several. One of them is that I've already touched on, is that this guy can sing and he's a reliable vocalist, which I think cannot be underestimated. Sending someone like James Newman, who did so well, but fundamentally, he's a songwriter first and foremost and not a dedicated performer, whereas this guy's been putting out content for I don't know how long on TikTok, and he's gotten used to performing, playing for the audience, that kind of thing. So he comes with a bit of extra experience. He started releasing his own music, but he got famous on TikTok doing covers during lockdown. He has 97 million likes and 12 million followers on TikTok, which is a lot. It's huge. So he's been in the music industry since 2009, and his covers that include The Weeknd, Rihanna, Bruno Mars went viral. He was the most popular UK artist account on TikTok of 2020, beating out everybody else who's on there who already has a massive recording contract. It can't be denied. And I have to admit, when I went on his Instagram, a lot of famous people that I follow from the US and in Europe and Eurovision people and all sorts, loads of people were liking his videos regularly. So people have been following him for a long time. He's followed by a lot of people that I follow. He's not exactly a name to be slouched at. But yeah, so what do I think is going to happen? It's tough. It's tough because it is the UK and the song's good. He's going to perform it well. Is it a Eurovision song? No. Is it going to get nul point? Also no. Don't think it's going to... I think it's going to score reasonably well. I think it's going to score pretty high with the juries. I like the Elton John influences, David Bowie influences, the kind of the vintage style drums and guitar. I enjoy that, but it has a bit of a modern edge to it, which I really appreciate. I think a lot of people will be listening to it a lot. It's very easy to listen to. The lyrics are kind of hopeful, but also kind of sad. But it overall is quite a happy song in sound, in tonality. I think the harmonies are very interesting. I don't doubt for a second he's going to nail the performance. For me, it's really going to depend on when is he performing, who is around him, and crucially, what staging do we send? Last year they sent those bloody polystyrene trumpets and they were awful. We need to do something much better, and there's a lot you can do with a Spaceman theme. Is he going to have astronauts on bungee ropes kind of like moonwalking across the stage? Is there going to be rockets? And like, I can see something that's a little bit childish but that would fit in with his image. I can kind of see it. Or will he keep it simple? Will he not lean into the space theme? Will he just have a band on stage? I don't know. I think that is going to help or hinder the song a lot, but fundamentally it is a good song, a well-written song, a catchy song with a catchy hook that will be performed incredibly well. I think it's going to do, at worst, okay. At best, I could see it definitely top half of the leaderboard, maybe even top 10. I'm calling it. Because I think he's going to have a lot of fans, a lot of younger fans. I think a lot of people are going to know who he is. He doesn't have to go through a semi-final. So it may be that he actually doesn't benefit from having that first performance. I think this is one that's going to take a few listens to really sink in. And other countries are going to benefit from having a semi-final to do that. But my guess is it's going to be a top 10 best performance we've had in a long, long time. I think he's going to do the country proud. So let me know, which songs are you excited for me to listen to react to? Which songs do you want Johannes to react to? Which songs do you think we're going to really like? Which songs do you think we're not going to really like? You guys have watched enough of our videos now. And of course, if you enjoy these kinds of videos where we react to the songs, but maybe try and talk a little bit about who it is, do a bit of a dig, have a look at the odds, that kind of thing, please hit the thumbs up button. And as always, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out a lot more Eurovision content. I mean, we have 38 songs to get through in the next 54 and a bit days when I'm recording this. So let us know, which songs do you want us to react to next? We'll be back soon with another video. Please like, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see, and I'll see you next time.